Getting ready to start another wood carving project. I'm going to attempt to do another Leonardo Da Vinci painting. This one's called Salvator Mundi. And that painting just sold in 2017 for $450 million. So I figured my carving might be worth $4.50, I don't know. Anyway, had to give me a piece of wood. I cut this piece here about 5 years ago. Been out in my shed drying all that time. And I estimate this tree was about 55 years old. So it's not a real old tree, but it's big enough. And so then I got to trim it into you can't work with a log, so I had to trim it into something square. And then this piece of wood turns out it's quite a trouble piece of wood, so I had a lot of cracks develop. Had to fill them up with epoxy. Then I made me a drawing for all four sides. The portrait is just one side, and it wasn't even a complete torso, so I had to add a little bit, but I think it's believable. So I've got it now already on the piece of wood. It's about a foot tall, about 9 inches square, and I'm ready to start cutting later. Okay, there's a lot of sawing been going on since the last update. There's a pile of scrap there. There's where I'm at so far, and there's just kind of some of the saws I've been using. The other views, still a pretty big chunk of wood. Did a little bit of rasp work here, get that contour in there. But you can see I got a lot more to do. I'm planning on getting these shapes here, these outside shapes, before I can remove some of these patterns. You know, trim that away and stuff like that. But then the real interesting part gets going later. Alright, it's been a while since the last update, quite a while. And I've been working on hands and trying to get as much detail as I can. Leonardo did a lot of detail on this, so I'm trying to make it look right. That kind of looks like a hand. And there's the bottom. Looks like somebody reaching out of that wood. Here's the other hand. Wood's a little more coarse on this side. It's got some defects, but I'm gonna make it work. Can't get it focused in this angle. Of course, you're never done sanding, so I have to stay after it until it's good as it'll get. Not sure what I'm going to do next, but probably keep working on them arms. I kind of got started a little bit over here, but I got a lot more work to do on them. But anyway, Okay, I decided to work on the face a little bit. You know, it's hard enough to carve a human face, but to carve a specific human face is 10 times harder than that. But it's not too bad. I may end up painting them eyes. I'm not decided yet on that. The side view. The other side view. Yeah, I haven't done much on the back yet. I'm using that for a kind of a rest, so I can lay it down and and hold it good while I'm working on it. Probably do that last. I'm gonna carve around the chest area now a little bit. Then I'll probably see if I can't do that hair, which is gonna be real fun to do because a lot of detail. Not sure how much I can do there. This wood will take it or not, but we'll see how far we can go with it later. Okay, I've been working on the clothing, and it's got a lot of folds in it and stuff. I found that it looks a lot better if you make it deep. Using a saw, you get some of it, file and everything. Here's the back. I haven't started on the hair yet, just roughing it in. Even under the sleeve there, got some detail. So anyway, I painted the eyes too. I'm not done with that face yet. I think it needs to be a little bit narrower, but we'll get it. This belt area, I went ahead and carried that all the way around to the back. I think I'm just trying to imagine how that would look. And it pretty much has to go all the way around. And there's some detail on that. And I got a plan how to do it. And that'll be later. Okay, finally decided to take a shot at doing that hair. I was dreading it because it's hard to do. And sure enough, I didn't get very far before I had to stop and go to the drafting table and make me a drawing. Because you make a mistake on the wood, you're kind of stuck with it, but at least there's a eraser that goes on that drafting board. So I made a drawing. There it is. You can see it kind of looks like that. But it turned out okay. And then also I got some detail on that strap. I don't know if you can see it or not. But I just used a X-Acto knife and cut that in there with a knife. Those are just cut marks. And did the same on the back. It's hard to see here because it doesn't have a finish yet. And that'll be next. Oh yeah, and I got one more thing to show you before I go ahead and put that finish on there. One more thing, I've decided to add some mystery to this piece, and I'm going to put a time capsule inside. Here's how I did it. First I had to drill a hole in the bottom of the piece, 8.5 inches deep and 1 inch diameter. Had an old broom handle, I think it was out of yellow pine, and it had a little taper to it, so I thought I'd use it to make a plug. Okay, here's the time capsule ready to go in. Be in there hopefully 100 years. I want to put a piece of cotton in the end of it there to kind of cushion it, you know, so it don't rattle. Then I had to fill up the rest of the space with, I used Kleenex in there and then some more cotton. And I just had to glue that plug in there. Okay, I'm ready to put a finish on it now. I'm going to use 1 coat of tung oil, let that dry, and then 3 coats of polyurethane. And then next is in the video I'm going to have still pictures. That'll be it.